Hi there. I'm sure by now you're all absolutely fed up to the back teeth of the word coronavirus or COVID-19. So I'll try not to mention it at all. Maybe once or twice. The problem is we're trying to work out what to do when all of this disappears. Um, we can't go back to normal. There's the horrible term, the new normal, but nobody really knows what it is. But in not many months, in whatever field we're in, we're all going to be fighting against our competitors or against whatever competition there is left to do business once more. Now, people are going to try their hardest to get your competitors, to get your customers. You're going to try your hardest to get theirs. And what's going to stick out? What are you going to need to do? The other thing, of course, which we must remember is that there is a new currency in all of this. We talk about currency as we think of currency as money or something that has value, but people are the new currency. And what I mean by that is that there is not as much need now, certainly for business, but in some cases for consumer retail businesses, there is not as much need for a company to be geographically located near to where its customers are. So anybody can poach anybody, and the customer as currency is becoming very important because they can be used, they can be tapped from a long way away. And if you don't have a pile of that currency, then you're going to go out of business. Now, how do people attract customers, whatever business they're in? They try and be different. They try and be flexible. They try and talk in the language that their customers actually use. They're trying to be different. The trouble is, everybody's trying to be different. So how different do you actually need to be? What does it take to make that little bit of difference? Now, obviously, because my thing is creativity and innovation, I'm going to suggest to you that creativity is key. You can use it in a number of different ways, but you really have to think very carefully about what your customers want. Now, as an example, and I'm sure he'll laugh when he hears me talk about it, I've been doing a series of faculty development programs with a colleague of mine, Professor Samuel Johnson from VIT University in India. And one of the examples that he came up with was to do with the case of a student and a teacher, and the student says, "I can't understand the way you teach. So why don't you teach in a way that I can understand?" And that says it all. It doesn't have to be teaching, obviously, but the way you provide a service has got to be in a way that your customers can understand it, can suck it in easily. So in this case, we were talking about educators, and somebody made the comment, well, this isn't all about providing film effects and doing videos and that sort of thing. That sort of engagement is for the movies. And my answer was, well, no, it isn't. If that's the way you have to get across to your customers, then maybe you actually have to become a movie star. I don't think it's quite as bad as that. But if people cannot understand what you're selling or providing for them, you need to sell or provide it in a way they can understand. And communication is key. So yes, be different by all means, but everybody is being different. And the people who are going to win out are the people that get those ideas across to their customers in the way they readily want to take it in. So have a think about that. I'll see you next time.